Ah, all right. Good. Pretty good recharge there. Sure my armor's all looking nice. Yeah. So with Arctica, we should be getting her test prepared, but we have some time until that happens. So I've called up an old friend to see and get some information on everything because I don't know much on the server or what all's going on. So I think something that will help is to be able to talk to someone who's been around for a very long time and can help describe things to me. Etinsky, he was the one that met me in my world and brought me here to, well, this new world here after Artos was just gone. It was really, oh, I think he's here. That's him. There he is. I'm gonna go greet him. I'm gonna go greet him. Oh, oh, he's those some of the wild berries. Hey.
Greetings. How's it
Oh,
going?
good. How are
I
you? You
got
seem
your
to.
letter.
Oh,
Thank you.
thank you. You seem to have a couple of arrows stuck in you there, buddy.
Oh yeah, I was trying to sneak up to surprise you, but I got shot by a skeleton. A little
Oh,
distracted.
I heard the skeleton being hurt. I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah. It made the mistake of shooting me. It died on impact.
I think Arctica left this here.
I see.
It's
At
quite
least
interesting. I've been, I haven't really noticed because I was upstairs on my recharge pad, basically just shut off. So it's been a little bit, but
yeah. Yeah, I too have been gone for a while. I quietly slipped out of Firefly and was just out doing some other stuff for a bit. But
yeah,
I'm
it
back.
was
I've gotten
the
much better at navigating the void.
yeah. I've been meaning to ask you on some of that stuff because it's been a while since we've talked and since Artos being gone and everything like that. But yeah,
Yeah.
I would like to show you a little project I've been working on because I've been getting a little homesick. So
Okay.
I've been working on a little project to help it feel more like home.
Yeah, your dimension was definitely one of the more fun I've been to, which is saying something. I've been to a lot.
Oh, Enderman, they really scare me.
Oh, he's okay.
He is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just don't
okay.
they're a little bit touchy about their appearance.
Oh,
Yeah.
because
He'll be fine though.
because I don't know. I don't know if you've noticed this, but in my dimension, I've talked with Arctica about this, but all Endermen in my dimension are hostile,
Oh,
which means they'll
interesting.
just teleport in and start hitting you. So that's why it's still a little weird to get used to them being just, you know, normal.
Huh. I wonder what might have caused that. These Endermen at least were just formed because uh they people who used to live here got trapped in the end
Huh.
and they ate chorus fruit over time and slowly transformed. The
Really?
end is yeah, the end is the closest to the void in this world, but it's
Wow.
still not quite the void.
I've never seen anything like that. The end?
Oh, you haven't heard of that? I see. Okay, I may have spoiled a little bit. Okay. Apologies. I thought everyone knew of the third dimensions. My bad. You've
Oh,
heard of the Nether though, right?
yes, I've heard about it some. We we traveled through it that one time when we first went to Artos. I'm still a little scared
Oh
about
yeah.
going into the Nether because when I get out, is there still going to be a world here when I get out?
Yeah, there should be. I mean, that was just a fluke accident if I'm being honest. I'm sure shortly after we left Ardos, that void demon that ate
Yeah.
Ardos probably also ate the Nether and the End over there too.
Huh.
But oh well, it happens.
Here, would you like to hop in the boat? I want to take you over to that place. Oh wait, it seems to be getting night at a rather quick pace. Let's take camp because monsters are
All right.
very very scary. Oh yep, there's one of the indie boys. And I have the window here to see when it's becoming nighttime.
Smart. Looks like you can't see the sun anymore.
Well, starting to see some stars out there.
Ooh, I like your banner. Your uh the head of your bed.
Thank you. All right, we ready to depart?
Yes, sir.
I think I might wanna
Oops, sorry.
take some snack. Oh, you're right. Just grabbing some snacks. I've been actually getting into the hobby of fishing. If you want to take a look in there.
Oh, that's impressive. I've got a few myself. This is
Ooh,
my preferred method of eating because
nice.
unfortunately eating is something that even I have to do.
Yeah, it's a bit hard sometimes finding
Yeah,
food and like that.
very true.
Right. Oh, oh yeah,
Greetings.
I forgot. You can teleport.
Of course. This is the one
Suppose that'll
gift
be.
the void has bestowed upon me.
Suppose that's a little handy there.
Definitely.
All right, where did I? Ah, here's the boat.
Ooh,
Some dolphins swimming around. Everyone's been building so many nice things and so many new people as well. Because I know there are some people who arrived as well, or because I came with you, but
yeah.
some of the people here we didn't meet at the old Artos.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of people here that were never at Old Artos, and I'll be honest, I don't actually know where some of them came from. They just kind of
Huh?
appeared and I just accept it. But that works.
Yeah. So what I do is I follow. Oh, I can jump pretty high because of those beacons.
Nice and convenient.
Yeah. Considering you can just you know spawn them in whenever you want because over my dimension as well. Something that's also a bit terrifying is that withers have the ability to just appear,
Oh.
kind of like normal
Oh.
creatures. So we have some places have special units prepared to take them out if they arrive or threaten one of the cities.
Yeah. That's very unfortunate. I am not a fan of the undead, especially the powerful ones,
Yeah,
like the Wither. In my opinion, the dead should stay dead.
yeah. Something that I've just tampered with is I've been trying to recreate some of the technology from my dimension here, but it's been pretty hard because not a lot of the resources are the same, and a lot of the technology does not want to be compatible with how this dimension is.
Yeah. Unfortunately, civilization hasn't developed quite as far as it has in other dimensions here, so the technology is not very advanced. It is definitely a struggle.
Something that I have been able to mess around with and just tamper with some tools that I have is a bow with some technology from my place.
Nice.
It's
That
come in
looks
handy.
fresh. Heck yeah.
Thank
I've
you.
also got a bow that I made out of,
Ooh.
well, I guess I made it out of wood and then it bestowed upon it some void energy through my travels.
Oh wow.
Just like just like a lot of my tools.
Neat. I
Oops.
haven't tampered with anything else yet, but
Yeah.
the bow has been pretty helpful at keeping the monsters away. Thankfully, a lot of them here are not as mean as how they are where I'm from.
Dang, sounds like you guys really did need advanced technology to survive back there.
Yeah. There was another one that I remember because I've mentioned all of this to Arctica, but I haven't mentioned it to you either.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, oh yeah, I just gotta remember that Endermen are friendly here. Well, as long as I keep my personal space with them.
yeah.
But something that I'm glad you don't have here as well are red creepers.
Red creepers?
Yeah, these creepers have a dangerous ability to blow up and stay alive,
Huh.
and they can blow up as many times as they wish. So it can get pretty dangerous.
How do people survive where you're from? That's impressive.
Some of them spawn in certain regions and others in
Okay,
others, but it can be a little dangerous. So that's why exploring can be a little rough for the most
makes
part.
sense.
But
Something that's relatively safe to do here.
yeah, thankfully, this oh, there's an Enderman.
Oh,
This right here is what I have so far of the proto cave.
oh, I see. A nice taste of home.
Oh,
Huh.
yeah, I gotta add some more electronic lighting here over the torches and stuff, but eventually
Yeah,
in time it'll feel more like home.
it's impressive, dang. I am a fan. Also, you appear to have an Enderman in a boat.
Yeah, he just kind of decided to wander around and he stumbled here.
Interesting.
I did find something that I saw it and I thought it was rather interesting. I haven't really seen them before. There's a baby zombie sitting on top of a chicken.
Classic. One of the world's favorite
I s-
entities because it's kind of adorable in a weird way.
yeah.
Yeah, even do you remember those zombie pig people from the Nether?
Mhm.
They can ride chickens too.
Oh.
Sometimes chickens will just magically form in the Nether with the sole intention of being ridden by a zombie.
Hmm. Intriguing. I've been
In-
trying to store some of my materials from some adventures that I've had or some things that have unique properties that I can help with, maybe some machines and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, Prismarine. Good stuff. Heck yeah.
Some of them are still empty because I'm trying to sort out my
Yeah.
stuff. Everything's all of a mess right now, but
All good. Looks like you've got a lot more storage in here if you need it, so.
yeah, I'm hoping to add multiple floors with some way of getting down. I've tried constructing something from my dimension, which is a flying machine that allows you to go up and down really easily, like an elevator, but
Heard of those.
there's just something not lining up with my technology in this world.
Yeah.
And I
Maybe
can't seem
that's
to put
part
my
of the
finger on
reason.
it.
Maybe that's part of the reason technology hasn't advanced here.
Yeah, it's
Quite
just something
unfortunate.
different. Like a machine over here I was working on wasn't working when I was helping out with Arctica, but I'm just gonna have to see if I can make stuff that does work here.
Yeah. It just takes a lot of patience,
Yeah, I
but it
heard this
can
on
be
the other
done.
side here, but there was a lot of lava here. I was able to turn it into obsidian, hopefully for some future projects, but this just a small little lava area right next to the cave.
A nice haul. This is pretty good.
Yeah,
Obsidian is very useful, I
it
will
seems
say.
to be. Seems to come in handy some. I'm starting to mine a room here, but it's hard to think of what should go where kind of deal.
Yeah. So what's the goal? What's the purpose of this place? Just to like a place to live, like a home away from home kind of thing?
Kind of like
Or
a home away from home, and I'm hoping I'm hoping to incorporate something that will, if worse comes to worse, and from what I've heard from the previous server, if something bad were to happen, I could initiate a lockdown sequence that could keep people in here safe.
That's definitely very good thought.
And I tried, as you can see, making something here to have the elevator, but
Yeah.
there's just something not lining up, and I can't seem to put my finger or paw on it anyways. But for right now, we just got a nice little jump into some water.
That works. Ooh, a library.
Yeah.
Very cool. And a grass block.
Yeah. One of those Endermen decided to stop by, place it, and, well, vanish. So I've
He gave
just
you
kept it there.
he gave you the greatest gift his people know.
Exactly. Right. Yeah.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna place that there. Because I want to, after a while, I want to write knowledge about the old server as I wrote to you on the paper, and just try to figure out everything, because there's a
Yeah.
lot of missing links that I've been trying to piece together.
Do you mind if I take a look at what you have so far?
Right now, that is completely empty. You may take a look,
I see.
because I don't really know anything. All I know is Carter and Alan are some sort of deity beings, and I don't know where you align into all of this. People trying to stop them. It it's confusing. I c- I can't process it. I've blue screened it a couple of times trying to figure it out.
Yeah. It's very complicated. To be honest, I didn't really gain my powers until relatively recent, till after the first iteration of Ardos. It took being sucked into the void completely accidentally to kind of get to where I am today.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I was wondering if I may ask you about some of your, well, powers or things about the void that have happened, because we've gone on some trips to try and figure out everything, but I've been wondering, how did this
Absolutely.
all start?
Well, what specifically are you asking about? How did I get my powers? How did I learn to travel through the void?
Wherever you
How
feel
did
like the best
Arcos?
places to start, I guess.
All right. Well, I was born actually back in the first iteration of the world we call Artos, and like most people, I grew up relatively normally, and this was many, many, many years ago. I didn't have any powers initially. I found that if you killed Endermen, they sometimes dropped their core, these Ender pearls that you can use to teleport around. Now I don't need these as much to teleport because
Really?
yeah. So that was like the main thing that got me interested in teleporting. I learned eventually that you can utilize these in the world, the dimension that's called the end, that exists in only like certain places. Like this world will have one most likely. I guess I technically don't know for sure yet, but this world will most likely have one because it's similar in structure to Artos. It's
Huh.
similar in function, yeah. The difference is some of these weapons, they didn't have the ability to exist as far as I'm aware of back in that world.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Additionally, certain things like copper didn't exist back then. And
Really?
yeah, but some of these minor differences aren't big enough to make that big of a difference. So, what I learned from living in Artos Uh, a big part of what I learned is the fact that more parallel dimensions exist. I
Hmm.
didn't exactly I just knew that they existed, and I was able to theorize this because I saw I so for some reason I was able to see the barrier between like the main world of Artos and Artos's Nether and Artos's End. I was able to see the barrier between all three of these as though they were entities, like physical, tangible entities that were all touching at a border. And but that border was in the fourth dimension, something we could never truly achieve without using stuff like portals to get through. And
Wow.
as a result, one day I was going through one of the portals and I didn't end up where I expected. I ended up in an inky black void that now I refer to as the void.
Hmm.
I have no idea how long I spent there because I had no idea how to navigate it at the time. So initially, I most likely spent a couple trillion years just trying to find a way out, trying to navigate. Somehow I never got hungry, never got tired. I was just there, aimlessly floating about until eventually, suddenly, I could see. And I got back to through a portal to a dimension and noticed that like I physically had not changed much at that time except for my eyes were starting to glow purple
Oh,
or
wow.
blue. Yeah.
Well, it's kind
And
of
then
hard to see your eyes, but if they were glowing, I mean, I guess you'd be able to figure out pretty easily.
yeah. And like yeah, I started seeing things slightly differently in the real world in real worlds too, like with light, but it wasn't super noticeable. It still really isn't, but one day I predict I'll be able to see more than just physical stuff illuminated by light even in the real world. But that
Oh.
day has not come yet. But at this point, I was truly lost. I had no idea how to get back to Ardos. I couldn't figure out how to navigate the dimensions, so I just spent my time honing my powers, learning how to teleport or hop through dimensions or break barriers between dimensions that were touching, like the overworld and the nether. And eventually I got relatively good at these things, and now I can teleport pretty much at will, and I can hop through dimensions at 100% at will. Good times. Yeah,
Wow.
quite an interesting story. So that's how I started, and then eventually, after thousands and hundreds of thousands of trillions of dimensions, just wandering through them, I finally was able to make it back to Ardos, but I had to walk through. The quickest way was to go through your dimension, so I snuck through. I spent a while observing like the best place to go.
Huh.
Snuck
So
through.
I have I have a question. You
Yeah,
mentioned this on our first meeting in that weird distorted place with float where the trees were like broken, branches were floating and stuff. It was really
yeah.
weird. But you said that you took an interest in me and thought I was a good fit. How did you know me?
Well, so part of what I do is I like to scope out dimensions before I go in because there's always a best time to enter. And I don't know, I was just looking around. I saw you. I knew that the next place I'd be going afterwards was back to Artos. So I found you, decided you'd be a great fit just because of your ingenuity, innovativeness, and the fact that you are a species that hasn't been found in Artos before. That played a little bit of a factor, although most of your planet is your species, so
Yeah. That was a it was a little just surprising just to have someone appear in front of you and be like, "Hey, want to go on an adventure?" Felt like some straight out of like a story or something. It was a
yeah.
little interesting.
Yeah, you think that's surprising. Now imagine my surprise when you agreed almost immediately to leave your entire world behind to go somewhere that you would likely never be able to return from.
Yeah, I knew that, but after a while, it just gets a little homesick, you know.
Yeah, makes sense.
It's kind of why that is why I've built this entire place, hoping to construct more to just have it feel like a part of home.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe one day I'll be able to get you back, but going through the void one time is dangerous enough.
Yeah, I feel like I'm stuck here, but I'm planning on making the most I can out of this, anyways.
Yeah.
I'm starting to meet new people, interactions between some people. Uh, as you know, and I've mentioned some, I've been chatting with Arctica, but one time when I was with her, she blacked out for some reason, and someone came up, and I've been warned about him some. He, for some reason, always wears a pink bucket, but it
Hmm.
starts with a C?
Is
Carter?
that Are you referring to Carter
Kramer?
Nova?
Carter? Yes. Yes. Yeah, that's the name. That's the name.
Carter. He has declared himself the king, and in his time away from Ardos, well, it was after I left, so I don't actually know what exactly happened. But he had a falling out with Alan, the one who basically brought everyone to Artos in the
Huh.
first place. He is much more powerful than I will ever be, most likely. But that's okay. I don't need to be strong as him.
So Carter brought everyone to Ardos?
Alan did actually.
Alan
Carter
did.
was Carter was just the one who was the closest to contesting for Alan's power. He wanted it. He wanted it so bad. And in his time away from Ardos, he spent generations and years, and he spent a lot of time creating armies that couldn't come with him through the void back to Ardos.
Hmm.
I have no idea what his goals are here. Perhaps he's changed since I last met him. Not entirely sure.
There was I had other than when we first saw him, well, when I first saw him in Destroyed Artos, here he called me over and seemed to be kind and gave me armor, and that's the armor that you took a look at that was set up in my home.
Oh yeah.
And it was a bit weird because I've heard so many things that he's this person who tried overthrowing Alan, tried taking over Artos, but he seems different than that. Is he just putting on a show, or is he actually changed from the stories I've heard?
Maybe I'll have to stop by and give him a visit. It sounds like he definitely would not have used to do this. He was definitely more of an overlord type person in the world of Artos.
Hmm.
But I mean, accept his kindness, don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
do keep in mind that there is a possibility he's just doing this to get you on his side when he inevitably tries to overthrow Alan again.
That's why I'm a bit afraid of, is because I've heard about Alan and what he's capable of. I haven't really
Yeah,
seen him around, and the one time I have seen him around, he was a little threatening to say the least.
yeah, he is that way. He's chill though. He's a little bit off the wire at times, but for the most part, he's okay. He's okay. He knows his power, but he also knows his place, and he doesn't tend to interfere with the lives of those who can't live forever.
Hmm.
He is definitely the most crafty with the limited technology of this world. And as a result, every single time we've I don't know if you knew this. So Ardos actually started it was destroyed once, and Alan was able to bring it back at that time.
Really?
But yeah, but nobody can recover. No dimension has ever been known, and at least in my time, to recover from being destroyed by a void demon.
Huh.
Yeah. So he couldn't bring it back a second time, unfortunately.
Yeah. But to bring back an entire world, that
Yeah.
that's completely unheard of.
I should mention, however, that the person who destroyed the world in the first place was Carter. He blew the entire thing up.
Really?
Yeah, this was their final feud before we all switched.
Oh.
Dang, okay.
Um.
They're
Perfect.
listening.
Okay, I guess. Um. Could Alan be listening?
There's a possibility, but even if he was,
I don't
I
think.
don't think he would care.
Plus, I don't think he knows about this place or anything. I don't believe because you and Arctic are the only people who I've shown this place.
Yeah, there's a possibility. I mean, never doubt. Never have doubts.
Yeah.
Never assume Alan can't do something, but also if he hasn't been here, he probably doesn't know yet.
Because I haven't seen him show up yet, but
Yeah. You might have to invite him before he shows up.
I think I might have to. I'm gonna need to take a book off one of these shelves here and start writing some stuff down I know about him. I wrote in the Artos book here some about him, but I have a book that I'm writing about you to better understand you, about Arctica, and then I could try and after I try and talk with some people, try and piece more things together and figure everything out. But I do have a question.
Yeah.
Do you know why the world was named Artos? Like what does that mean?
Ardos is actually another word in another language from another land for bread.
Really?
It was named such. Actually, I guess I don't know which came first. I don't know. I can't remember if the world was named first or if the item was named first, but there was a bread, a physical item, a piece of bread that if whoever held it was able to control the world and the happenings within it.
Really?
Yes. So that either
How
the
could
bread
something
was
like that be
named after.
possible?
Well, sometimes there are anomalies, and every single dimension runs off of its own physics by some standard, and which is why stuff like building and mining and destroying stuff in this world and in Ardos, for example, is so much easier than it would be in like another dimension, where say, uh, if you place an item, it wouldn't it wouldn't just stay there. It would be affected by like gravity and stuff like that.
Hmm?
In this world, that doesn't happen. If that's the case, then who's to say that some magical entity that was bestowed upon by some unknown being or unknown other entity or energy can't just say, "Well, here you go. You get all the power now." It was very
Wow.
interesting.
It
I
sounds
actually
very
don't know.
interesting.
Yeah.
I
There's
think
also the possibility that it was just in our heads and we all thought gave us power when in reality it didn't do anything. Also a possibility.
I remember
That
seeing it once because when we first met and we were sitting around that campfire there was Carter held a glowing loaf of bread. I Was that the Artos? I think he
That
might have
would be it.
mentioned it, but I don't remember.
In the final fight before I left to go on my own adventures, or I guess before I was accidentally sucked into the void. Oops. But before I left, there was a huge fight between Carter and Alan. It was a fight over the Artos of power because Carter had it at the time. He was the possessor of it, and Alan wanted it. So they fought. Alan won, not by a whole lot, but still by like a decent margin, where it was like a distinct winner. But Carter didn't want to give up the bread, so he took it and ran, and that's the last I ever knew.
Really?
Yeah,
Hmm. Man, sounds like you guys have seen some pretty hectic battles.
absolutely. Power was a struggle back in the day. I was never near powerful enough to compete for it, so I just watched it from afar and did my own thing.
Wow.
This was back in the day where I cared to hide. Now I live in a neon house at the top of a hill.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like just hiding away because there's just a lot different, a lot of
Yeah.
change, and just new people, new dimension, new life,
Mhm.
almost basically.
Yeah. Yeah. I recommend getting to know Alan Carter as much as you can without dying.
Yeah, that's something I want to avoid. As I do not want to die.
Yeah.
Why do you think I? Oh,
More lightning. Would you like to go take a look outside with me?
yeah, I think that might be a good idea.
Just in case, get your bow equipped.
Okay.
Oh, I went the wrong way.
Yeah, I had to maneuver around here because it wasn't really working.
Yeah. Ooh, I found it. Okay, it's just raining. We're good.
Okay. Okay,
You,
I was a bit scared. Nighttime's still a little bit of a scary thing for me.
you have a bed in here? We can
Yep.
ensure that lightning doesn't strike. Oh, I didn't even notice that.
I need something that I need to make in here. I need to make a recharge pad, like a more upgraded one than what I have at my house.
Oh yeah. I'll be honest,
Because, oh, I'm sorry.
I kind of thought that's what this thing was.
Oh, this was more of a scanner device here to try and almost analyze people and try and figure things out, but not working.
Okay. I see. Maybe I can help you get that working in one day. I would like to know my own chemistry because I haven't actually researched myself very much.
Ooh, perhaps help with that. Something that is a bit tricky sometimes is, you know, being half like animal and half
Yeah.
robotic because I got to manage both sides of that.
Half cyberkinetic, half organic.
Yeah, because, you know, I need to sleep and stuff like that, but also I need to recharge the mechanical parts as well. Are you all right?
Yeah, fine. Don't
Okay.
worry. The ground can't stop me.
Oh,
Easy.
man, teleporting must feel weird.
You get used to it. It's definitely, at first, it was very hard to process. Like, my brain couldn't quite handle being in one place and then less than an instant later, you're in a different place. It
Wow.
took a while for my brain to get used to it, but eventually, I think this is just something that happened with time. less
Hmm.
so the void or my powers or anything. But eventually my brain started being able to think multiple times at once. And now
Oh,
I have a
wow.
quantum computer for a brain.
Uh, I remember seeing one of those back in my dimension. Those things worked fast.
Yes, sir. And now I have an organic version
Oh, wow.
that'll never degrade.
Amazing.
Indeed.
I'm still trying to figure. Oh, wow. Hey, welcome up here.
Greetings.
I'm still trying to think of some areas to put in the proto cave to make it feel more like home. If I can't have the lock, I can't lock the door as I was originally thinking because, well, different dimensions, different way things worked. So I got to think of a
Yeah.
different way to have a closing door here.
You should be able to make a big door. There are doors that just basically a bunch of those. Now that have you seen sticky pistons? I assume you have if you've been working
Yes.
with this stuff. Yeah. So if you take a bunch of those, and if you power them all right using redstone torches and repeaters and stuff like that, then they can all go off at once and they all push together a huge door.
Oh,
I forget how
wow.
to do it offhand. I've only ever done 2 by 2 doors, but I also do them underwater, so a big door would be very inconvenient.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
Yeah. One day I'll help you out with that if you'd like.
It appears this Enderman. Oh, there's two of them in here. They've left a dirt block, a grass block, left a dirt block, and picked up the gravel from here.
Heck yeah.
Interesting. I'm gonna have to write a book on them because something that I have written on. Oh, they appear to be angry. I had to
Oh,
did that noise.
I forgot when they punch me. It hurts them, my bad.
Uh,
Shouldn't let them do that.
that noise really bothered my ears.
Yeah, they'll calm down eventually. They're only mad at me.
Okay.
They can't hurt me because they're in a boat. And most creatures here don't know how to use boats for some reason.
Huh. I don't know
For
why I just
example,
have random lava there. I guess just a way to preserve it, kind of, but it's in a little dangerous spot there.
I was so tempted to jump in. I should not do that.
No, no, no! Don't jump in lava. That stuff that hurts.
What makes you say that?
Uh, I
I mean, it's been a
well,
while since
considering
I've
I can
jumped in
analyze the
lava.
temperature of that, that is very high.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Dang, I haven't seen lava in a very long time. I forgot how it worked. My apologies.
It's pretty hot.
I've been to the Nether. I should have known stuff was hot. Okay, my bad.
I
Dang,
mean,
brain
when you've
fart.
been in a void for trillions of years, it
That's
must.
true. A place with no temperature, where you stop having the need to breathe, even. Very
How?
interesting place. Well, there's no air in the void, but as well as no air, there's no anything.
Hmm.
There's no life, no death, nothing. And that's how you survive. Most people wouldn't survive. They would just slowly shrivel away, dissolve, basically. I don't know how I got so lucky,
Yeah, I guess
I guess.
so. I gotta spruce this place up more in time. For right now, I'm gonna place that Ardos book there. Have to write in it later on and
Oh, yeah.
try and piece some things together with this.
I gave you a little bit of a start. You can change it however you'd like.
You have, and that was really helpful. Thank you.
But of course. Do you mind if I read what you have on me?
Go right ahead.
Okay.
Be my guest.
Dang, this is a lot of stuff. Heck yeah.
Welcome. And just make sure the book fits on the shelf because sometimes you gotta maneuver those.
Yeah.
I need to put more on these walls here. So I'm gonna need to write down more things, but something that I've been doing is because, you know, machine part up here,
Yeah.
have an internal log here that I've been trying to write up basically, considering, part computer, but trying to write my journey as I go. Because if I could take this back home someday, I would be able to give them a somewhat idea of everything that's happened.
Yeah. Makes sense. That'd be quite the story. You met a man who could travel through dimensions, you met gods, you met wonderful people, new friends, maybe even wars, I don't know. It seems to happen a lot here.
And that's something that because I'm not one that's very, let's just say, good with weapons. I'm more of an explorer. I tampered with this bow specifically so that way I could keep my distance from any enemies and try not to get hurt. Even when one day when Arctic and I were starting to journey, just to grab my sword, I was stumbling with it and almost dropped it one time. I'm not a fighter.
I'm the same way. I prefer not to fight if I don't have to. I can do it. I'm just not very good at it.
Yeah.
Fighting void demons is much easier than fighting gods. You might be surprised to learn that.
Huh. I mean, both I think would be pretty difficult to attack.
Yeah, but one of them's just in a blind rage. The other one can plan out and strategically think against you.
It's true. Well, would you
One
like to?
one day. Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry, you can
You
go.
may- Oh, I was gonna say one day. I've been keeping an eye on this demon in another world. We might, if you don't mind, we might have to go one day and take it out.
I think that'd be interesting, but didn't you say traveling more than once in the void is dangerous?
I'm working on that.
Really?
Yeah, kind of. Plus, I hadn't accounted for the fact that you are mostly technology instead
Yeah.
of organic, and that'll definitely help increase your odds of survival. Hence why you're still here today.
Yeah. And not just, yeah,
Yeah,
like a puddle on the ground over there, like that water.
exactly. Now, what were you saying?
I was saying, do you think we should head back and see anything? Because I didn't.
Yeah,
It, I'm still a little scared about the whole Allen thing, even though if that lightning is just part of the weather, just have if you were to just all of a sudden appear one day, that would be a little scary. And if you were to follow us or anything, I don't want to get on
yeah,
the wrong foot with some of these people.
makes sense. What did you have in mind? What did you want to go look at?
I don't. Oh, it's getting nighttime. And see, this is one of the reasons why I want to recharge Patty here, so that way I can conserve my power here. Are you good? Ah,
Yeah,
what are those? What are those things?
where are they?
They're,
Right here.
they're up in the
Oh,
sky.
these are phantoms. We don't get to see these much.
What are those
Where'd
things?
you go? They happen when they like to haunt people who haven't slept, and since I don't typically need sleep, I haven't slept in a while.
Their eyes are glowing like like a machine or something.
Yeah, that's how I see stuff like I can explain that in a little bit. Remember I was telling you that I have slightly enhanced vision because of the void?
Hmm.
Eventually I started being able to see in the void.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the result, or my glowing eyes are the result of that, and I'm starting to be able to. It's very fresh, and I don't know. I can't see it very well, but I'm starting to see people's like souls
Huh.
outside of outside of the void, which is really cool. It's almost as if each individual sentient sapient person has a unique universe inside their own mind, and that's how they operate.
Huh. Interesting.
It'd be something cool to look at, but I've got time to do that. I'll let it develop a little bit more before I do too much digging.
Being over here away from, you know, everyone. Oh, oh, where are they? Oh,
Where'd you go? Oh, you juked me.
okay. Do you wanna sleep so there's not all these monsters out here?
Sounds good. I'll go take a nap in your bed if you don't mind.
Okay. Cause yeah, monsters, they're pretty scary.
Definitely.
But over in the city, town, whatever you wanna call where everyone is, it's a little crowded there. So having this little place over here has been very nice.
Just
And
a place to escape to. That makes
kind of,
sense.
yeah. I've recently take up there is a zombie.
You got him. Oh,
Ah,
you're on
ah, hot,
fire.
hot, hot, hot. Okay. Ah,
Nice.
yeah,
That
it's
could have
something
been
that I've,
bad.
yeah, that could have been. Something I've done as a little bit of a hobby is taken up beekeeping.
Aw, they're adorable. I love the bees of this world.
I haven't
So cute.
really seen, they seem a bit, oh, that is a skeleton in full gold armor. That look appears to be enchanted.
Time to die, skeleton.
Oh, you're gonna go face him?
Easy.
Easy? He was in full enchanted gold.
He's not. It's not too bad. I do like this. This is very serene.
It's a nice place where I come to sit and gather my thoughts. Try to, you know, sometimes because mentioned earlier, but trying to think of Artos trying to connect everything was making me blue screen a couple of times. Coming here, I was able to just maybe
Kind of recoup.
let everything just cool down, kind of, and relax.
Sounds like we might need to upgrade your brain.
Yeah, sometimes I get a little visual glitches here and there in my visor, and
Yeah.
that's why I've become pretty knowledgeable in machines because, well, half of me is that. So I've needed to repair myself a couple of times, but it's a little
Yeah.
tricky when, it's yourself.
Makes sense. Yeah. I might know a dimension where they sell quantum computers that you can install as a brain.
Oh,
It's
wow.
usually for cyborgs and androids, but you're kind of a cyborg at least
Kind of, yeah.
in a way. Just not the right base species. It should still work. If you're ever interested, there is some mental costs, but we can talk about that at a later date.
Oh, man, I've
I
been able to research and study bees because I didn't really know much. I have an
yeah,
entire book written back in the cave about bees, and something Arctica mentioned to me is I, yeah, they're called guardians.
guardians. Oh, is that those fish things?
Yeah, something that's a little scary is they can shoot lasers out of their eyes.
Oh yeah, I do. Okay, I have fought those before. It's
You
been
fought
very,
them?
it's been a very long while. Yeah, have you not? I
I've
assume
just
that's where you
watched
were
them from
going
a
with that.
distance. I sat on the beach and like wrote down in journals and stuff, but
Oh,
I don't
okay.
think I could go and fight one of those things.
Yeah, I needed stuff from the. Have you seen the temples that they live in?
hmm I've gotten some materials from there, but I was able to get in, get out when they weren't really present. So it was
Yeah,
that was helpful. But they have thorns, shoot lasers out of their eyes, and from what I've seen from a distance, anyways, is they can survive out of water.
interesting. I did not know that, but I
They
guess that makes.
are very scary. I would not want to fight one of them.
Yeah, are guardians the big ones or
Big
the
ones?
small ones? Oh no! Oh, I'm sorry. We can stop talking about this if you want.
What? Okay.
The
I mean,
Would you
man,
like to know about the big ones or no?
sure. There are big ones? Oh no.
So you've seen the guardians, which
Yeah.
are the little red fish, spiky fish
Yeah.
with one eye. There's like a giant version of that that's like four times their size, usually about three per
Four
temple, and
times.
they're like the guardians of the temple, and they're just bigger. They're gray instead, and they pack a mean punch.
Oh, considering what I've seen and heard about normal guardians, how much more of a punch could they pack?
Uh, let's just say those ones put up a fight.
Oh.
And I went in and stormed the castle on the little ones. They stood no chances.
Oh. Sounds like you've seen a battle or two, considering with Alan Carter Guardians even.
Oh yeah.
You've seen your fair share of battles.
Oh yeah. I know how to fight if I need to. I just don't enjoy it.
Yeah.
And I couldn't beat like Carter or Allen in a fist fight. A fight of minds maybe, but that's about it.
Yeah. Man, there's a lot to unpack here.
Oh yeah. Apologies if I'm overloading your brain. I don't really get that, so I tend to talk a lot. Just let me know if I need to cool down at all.
You're all right. You're good. I've been able to understand it and kind of compute everything. And
Sounds good. As
yeah,
long as you're keeping up, that's the important part.
main part, anyways. Some parts might have slipped through crack, but
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Who needs the details?
Yeah. And this is. I saw. I went exploring with Arctica one time to try and figure out this place, and well, I like this little area, this little valley.
I agree. It's quite a view from up here.
Oh, you're up there. I was wondering where you went.
Yeah. I went up a tree.
Oh, you found the a little area I like to sit in. Well, I
I'm
wait for
sure.
the honey to grow, anyways. Well, not grow, but the bees use pollen to create honey and stuff, and
Yeah.
they get the pollen from flowers. So sometimes what
Yep.
I do is I like to sit right up here in this tree and write in a notebook or something while looking at this valley here.
Makes sense. It's very pretty from up here. It's quite a view. This is what I live for. This is what I travel through dimensions for.
Yeah.
As well as the people. That's also a big part of it.
I'd imagine the amount of people that you're able to meet in multiple dimensions.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what's that?
Oh,
What is that thing?
ooh, heck yeah! Finally, finally, finally. That is an endermite.
An
Big.
endermite?
Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Come back here.
Are these
Hey,
dangerous endermen?
he'll attack you, but he doesn't do that much damage. He won't
How
hurt
did
you
that
too
thing
bad.
get here?
So the reason why I still use ender pearls sometimes, even though I can teleport at will, is because those things appear. Every once in a great while, you'll break open an ender pearl and one of those things will hop out. I think these are like their eggs or something. And
Huh.
basically, I don't quite know how it works. I don't know if it's a baby enderman. I don't think it is. I think it's its own little thing.
Hmm.
But they just kind of live in ender pearls, and I would like to keep one as a pet one day. We'll get there though. I've got time.
It seems to be getting dark. Do you think we should run back to the main area before it gets dark?
Sounds good.
Because I also need to get on the recharge pad sometime soon.
Yeah,
Because I can sleep, I can do all of that, but sometimes systems start slowing down without a good recharge here and there.
makes sense. Even your electrical parts need some energy.
Yeah. Being solar power would be very useful, but I don't got that.
Yeah, I think there is the technology for that, but it'd be very difficult to do on a organic being.
Where'd you go?
I don't know. I got lost.
Um, Here, continue, keep going west. I'll meet you.
Sounds good.
I heard something. What was that?
West, you say? Oh, I didn't realize how far away we were.
Okay, I'm at the water. I'm gonna get on this tree because it's getting a little dark.
Oh, I think I see. Oh, maybe not. I'll find you eventually.
I'm riding along the coastline to stay away from the land.
Yeah.
I see squids. I see bees, but oh, there you are.
Here you go. There
There
we
you go.
go.
All right. So I think I might have seen your house at points. You live on top of one of these mountains here?
Yeah, would you like to go check it out?
Sure.
I don't I don't actually know which one it is from this side.
I think I might have. Yeah, I think I might have seen which one it was. Right there. I've seen an ender. I see a nether portal right up there.
That would be it.
That would
Let's
be
go
it.
take a look. Indeed.
Wow.
Oh,
Because
I
I
see. Okay.
I was wondering whose place that was, but I couldn't put my finger on it.
That would be mine.
I don't want to accidentally shoot you. Oh, more of them.
Dang, how'd you get your bow to light things on fire? That's impressive. I gotta figure out how to do that with my bow.
For mine, something that kind of helped with that was purposefully having a short circuit close to where the tip of the arrow is.
I see. I
So the
might
arrow
have to
shoots
find
out.
a different way. I might have to find a different way then. My bow's not electrical.
Oh, maybe we'll have to find you something. Maybe maybe connect the void of that to a different dimension or something.
We'll figure it out. I'll see if I can figure something out in the nether.
Huh.
It's it's got some weird physics that I might be able to exploit.
Hey, I got pants. Got pants from them. Oh,
I
that's
think
one of the people's bases there when they're homes.
yeah. Oh, what was their name? I think Anavi?
Annaby?
Sounds something
That
like that.
sounds right.
It's been a while since I've been on the server.
Where are you going? What?
Oh yeah, this is my house. You slide underneath here, and just pop up here.
Whoa.
You can go up the outside, but this is much quicker.
I'd imagine so. Having ladders are very useful.
True. I'll probably change this, fix it, however you want to look at it, one day to be the elevators that are really easy in this world. You use water. If you
Huh.
put, yeah, if you put magma below it, then you drop down really fast. And if you put soul sand below it from the nether, then you rise up really fast.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Oh. And you're able to go right through them. Wow.
welcome to my little house. It is little, that is for sure.
Yeah, oh, you seem to have collected some that's here.
Ignore that. I'm not a murderer, I swear.
Yeah, you got quite the little house here.
Thank you. Yeah,
You
it's
can
nothing
jump
too
high here
big.
too.
Yeah, thank you to shoot. I should know my neighbor's name. Snaz, I think. Yeah, he
Oh,
built a
that.
beacon over here.
So wait, he's the one that has this. I saw this one time. It's like an umbrella or something down there. Like an
What is that?
umbrella
Oh,
and some seats there.
let's go check it out. I forget. I think I've been down here before, but usually just passing by.
Oh,
Creeper.
there's a creeper. Oh, I don't really want to take a shot because I'll hit ya. Um,
I think I'd be fine if you did accidentally hit me. Don't worry. Don't worry about it.
what's this?
It's a good question. Something to do with pillagers, if I had to
Can't really
guess.
see inside.
I know we're standing above Snaz's house. I forget how to get in. I think you need one of those tridents.
Hmm.
Be careful, there's a pufferfish in here.
Pufferfish, I've caught some of those while fishing. They're a bit pricky.
Yeah, don't touch them. They poison you.
If I see them.
If you'll observe my hidden Easter egg on these signs,
Oh, oh, I see.
it does in fact say Baka and Sus.
Susus, Amogus.
Sussus Amogus.
Fish.
Oh, it fell. I did not catch it. I apologize.
Do you have like water down there in case you were to fall?
There is, yeah.
Okay.
It's made, yeah, so you're either gonna touch the ladder or end up in water down here.
You just went all the way. Yeah, we just
Yep,
climbed up.
I picked up that cod that you sent down.
You gotta have a way to figure out a way to teleport up here when it gets dark.
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't think about that.
because I remember my friend was working on some of that technology, but he was having a very hard time with it because, you know, Enderman always angry,
Yeah.
but he was trying to make it. He had a couple failed attempts, but he was getting close to a solution. I have to try that sometime.
I do know how to fold the void or the space around the void, if that makes sense, which I guess would just be this dimension. I do know how to fold it so that you can create portals from points.
Oh wow.
It's just it takes a lot of time and energy, and I'm not super great at it quite yet. But that would be nice if I could do that like to town, maybe make a hub that goes to other people's houses or something.
Oh, it looks like you got quite the place here.
Thank you. Yeah, I went through long journeys through the nether to get the materials for this. All of these wood, I needed it to be red and blue to match me.
Yeah. I mean, you can see a lot from up here.
Oh yeah, all part of the plan.
And whatever, why is this something normal? Flying trees?
I have yet to figure that one out. I'm pretty sure someone
I've
just placed it up there.
because I've seen it a couple of times. There's floating islands underneath it.
I think those were man-made. I'm not entirely sure.
Okay, I was about to say I don't remember seeing those there before.
Here's a pretty good example, though, of what I was talking about earlier. Physics being different in different dimensions.
Yeah.
Back in some, and most, a majority of the dimensions I've been in, this thing would just fall to the ground and have a huge impact on the ground. But here it
Oh,
just sits there in the air. It's kind of neat. Some
yeah.
very unique things you can do with it.
Looks like it. Is it-
All right. I
Thank
think I'm gonna call it for the night, if you
you.
don't mind.
It's kind of getting day, but yeah, energy, energy's kind of running low,
Yeah.
and I don't want to just black out up here next to your house and just collapse, visor turn off, everything like that.
Yeah. Do you know the way back to your house, or?
I I think I do. There's Arctica's seaside shop that I helped her make, so I think it's pretty close by.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, yeah, of course. Yeah, if you ever want to chill and talk, just let me know one day and we can get together again. This was fun. I enjoyed this.
This was. Thank you.
Of course.
All right, I'll
All right. Have a
see
good
you
one.
later. Bye.
Off to the void we go.
Wow. That was a lot that happened there. A lot of information. I was able to see his house. Something that keeps running, that keeps going is just why was there so much conflict other than just power? There always seemed to something to be going on. I don't know. It's very weird. I'm running on low power mode. I need to get to the recharge pad. Sleep helps, but if all my circuits wanna start running low, then I'm not gonna be doing not gonna be doing much. Alright, almost there, almost there. Okay. Ah, here we are. I gotta clean this up, but when I'm on higher functioning mode. Alright. Gotta power off.